morning, Warriors. I'm Arviana Randolph.
And I'm Kennedy Ellis. Welcome to this week's edition of Warrior News Network.
We've got a great lineup of stories today, from students' achievements and exciting campus events to sports victories and a look ahead at your Warrior weather.
You won't want to miss it, so let's jump right into it.
We kick things off with an event that brought out the best in school spirit and sportsmanship. The PBIS Kickball Game, students and teachers battled it out on the field in a game filled with laughs, energy, and a whole lot of Warrior pride. Students who earned at least 180 PBIS points during the third 9 weeks were invited to attend as an award for their positive behavior. A huge thank you to Ms. Tully and Ms. Elmore for organizing the event, and to all the staff members with 4th Block Planning who helped supervise and make it a success.
One of the biggest achievements to celebrate this week, our senior Tayveon Moore has officially been accepted to Harvard University. This is an incredible milestone and reflection of Tayveon's hard work, dedication, and academic excellence.
I always wanted to apply to the top schools just to see if I had a chance. And my upbringing, I was raised on the belief that your education is all that you really have. So that, coupled with the fact that I was able to see peers in my area also getting to Harvard, made me believe that I could do it too. To get to this point, I've really persevered a lot. I started in 9th grade, and I made sure I took all of the hardest classes that I could in 9th grade year, and I started my extracurricular life with FBLA in 9th grade, and that just allowed me to do so much more. In 10th grade year, I was still taking the hardest classes offered here at Russell County, while also having leadership positions in FBLA. And then 11th grade year, I was able to be a Southeast ACT speaker, do FBLA, and then additional extracurriculars. In 12th grade year, I'm a Southeast ACT speaker. I'm a part of an organization outside of school known as A+ Student Voices. I do esports and other clubs around the school as well. I would definitely say Miss Olivia Jones was a teacher that really supported me. The week of applications, it was winter break. I was really done with a lot. I wanted to lay in my bed and sleep. So she texted me, she was like, "Are you gonna apply?" I was like, "I'm gonna see if I can get to it." She was like, "You need to get to it right now. Get out of your bed and start applying." And I was like, "Okay, I might as well." And she really gave me the tools I needed in order to succeed and get to Harvard. Right now, I plan on majoring in economics, and after I graduate undergrad, I plan on returning to Harvard for my graduate, and either doing grad school as going for a master's in business administration or a master's in law. In my opinion, the most important thing is to be yourself. Don't try to fit yourself in with a group of people or fit yourself into something that you don't really feel passionate for. And with the application, don't try to appear to be the perfect candidate. Just be yourself. All the schools that I tried to appear as a perfect candidate, I was rejected from. The only application in which I was this is who I am as a person, I was accepted to, and that was Harvard.
We're incredibly proud of you, Tayveon, and we know this is just the beginning of your journey.
Another proud moment for RCHS, our Lower Brass Ensemble had the opportunity to perform at the Alabama State Capitol. Representing our school at such a prestigious venue is no small feat. Shout out to the talented students and directors who made it happen. We're proud of you for putting RCHS on the map.
And speaking of rising to a challenge, our PE classes recently participated in the Marine Corps Challenge. It was a physically demanding event featuring obstacle courses, team building exercises, and leadership skills. Our students truly rose to the occasion.
Let's talk prom. It's right around the corner. April 26th at the Columbus Convention and Trade Center. This year's theme is Masquerade. So get your outfits ready for an elegant, mysterious night of music, dancing, and memories.
And if you've got spirit and the moves to match, don't miss the cheerleading tryouts. They'll be held April 7th through April 10th in the Commons area after school. Bring your energy, come prepared, and show us what you've got. And speaking of athletics, it's time to check in with our Warrior teams. William has the latest sport highlights.
Take it away, Will.
Good morning, Warriors Nation. We've got a full recap of last week's action across the Warriors athletics, from the Diamonds to the soccer film. Our team stayed busy and gave fans plenty to cheer about. The Russell County Warriors baseball team continues to roll in the area play after sweeping Park Crossing in the 2-game series last week. It started Tuesday at home, where the Warriors exploded for 11 runs in the first inning and went on to 21-9. Hojo Dean went for 3 and 4. Jaden Bennett drove in 4 runs. Harley Schaffer picked up the win on the mound, and the Warriors racked up 15 hits and 8 stolen bases in a blowout victory. Then on Thursday, they traveled to Montgomery and took care of business again with another dominant 21-4 win, played behind closed gates at Patterson Field. Seth Erickson, Colton Armstrong, and Shane Otobobi came through at the plate. Otobobi also earned a win on the mound, and Armstrong locked down the save. With the sweep, the Warriors now sit at the top of the 6A class, Area 3, and will look to keep the momentum going in another big area series this week against Rehoboth. Over on the softball field, the Lady Warriors had a strong start to the week, picked up their first area win of the season on Wednesday, March 27th with a 21-4 victory over Park Crossing. Warriors News Network own Kennedy Ellis had a perfect day at the plate, going 3 for 3 while the team exploded for 11 runs in the second inning. Michaela Heinbach earned a win in the circle, and the team swiped 11 stolen bases in a dominant performance. The Lady Warriors followed that win by competing in the Alex Wilcox softball tournament over the weekend in Montgomery, where they faced some tough competition. On Friday, they dropped the game to Brantley 11-0, and on Saturday, they fell to Brubaker Tech 19-4 and St. Paul 12-0. Despite the losses, key players like Ellis, Riley Howard, and Kinsley Infield continued to shine. The team now looks ahead to another area game this weekend against Pike Road. And finally on the pitch, both of our Warriors soccer teams were in action last weekend against Chattahoochee County. The boys team picked up a solid 3-1 win, showing strong ball movement and tough defensive effort. The girls team battled hard but came up short, falling 6-1 in their match. Still, both teams are making strides to continue to compete with heart each time they take the field. That's your look back at last week's Warriors sports. Good luck to all our teams competing this week. Finish strong. I'm William Thompson. Let's check in with Emma Pike for the weather update.
Hey everyone, I'm Emma Pike with your Warrior weather forecast. On Monday, there's a 50% chance of rain and possible thunderstorms as we return to school after this weekend, but don't worry, skies will begin to clear up as the day goes on. Highs will be in the upper 60s with lows dipping down into the mid to low 40s. From Tuesday through Friday, we'll enjoy a consistent pattern of beautiful clear skies with a cold front moving through early in this week that will be bringing some cooler temperatures. Highs will be in the mid to low 60s and lows in the 40s through Wednesday, and by Thursday we'll see a warm up with highs bouncing back into the 70s and lows coming back into the 50s. Make sure to check weather updates regularly as new forecasts are released frequently. This has been Emma Pike with your Warrior weather forecast.
Thanks for that update, Emma. We always appreciate the heads up on what to expect with the weather.
That wraps up this week's edition of Warrior News Network. Thanks for hanging out with us.
A big shout out to all the students and staff featured in today's show. You make our school shine.
Stay focused, stay involved, and keep lifting each other up. We'll catch you next time. Go Warriors!